How do everyone? Today is Tuesday, August 2nd, 2011, and before I dismantle my Christmas platform, I'd like to give everyone a tour of it. It's certainly come a long way from the track that was laid out on the floor around Easter. The original plan called for a track layout based on the Lionel D291 dealer display layout, and I had purchased, I think it's 7 sets of O-gauge manual switches to go on this, and the plan, I believe, would have used 6 pair of those switches. The original plan was going to be this track layout based on the Lionel D291 dealer display with a lot of added switches to it, and it would have also had a trestle set on it. And the design evolved to where instead of the trestle set, there's an outside loop of track placed on the platform, which really changed things around. And also, this platform was originally designed to stand on its own, with the Christmas tree being a separate thing. I don't know, at the end of the platform, across the room, in front of the front window. But yesterday I got curious as to what the tree might look like if it were actually part of the platform. So I went up the attic and opened the box for the Christmas tree and kind of ballpark figured where the tree might be. And actually what's going to happen is there'll be a hole drilled through the layout, and the trunk of the tree will drop down. The base of the tree will be on the floor underneath the platform. So the tree will not have the first 2 levels of branches on it. And I don't have the branches all open up. They're in their crunched up storage position now. But I really like it on there. The tree will be as tall as it was before. It just won't be the 4.5 feet at the base. The current configuration starts with the 3rd layer of branches, and it has an approximate 4-foot diameter at the base. And it would be high enough to show you the buildings underneath it. And I'm also thinking of the really nice warm glow that the tree lights would put on the platform. So I'm kind of excited to do this, and if in the future I want to keep the tree separate from the platform, it's not an issue. I have not changed the mountain in any way, shape, or form, so it's intact, and it can still take a rotary beacon on top of it. So I guess that's enough of the background. Right now the platform is sitting on milk crates, and I think that might be a good height for it. So let's start with the nickel tour. On the left side, Lionel oil derrick and the NOMA talking station, and I have the 2 versions, the red and the green, and I'm not sure which one looks better. Each kind of does its own thing to the surrounding scenery. So it may come to pass that one week I'll put the red station on and the next the green. I'm not really sure. The houses are mostly Department 56. We have this really gorgeous church that I absolutely love. Very cool architecturally. And some of the houses, I believe the houses are from the Santa's Workbench collection. I'm thinking they are not Department 56 in origin. And this scene reminds me of a local town, Schuylkill Haven, Pennsylvania, to be certain, where the Reading Company station was. Okay, in the back we have the Lionel electric train shop. The rotary beacon was displaced from the mountaintop because of the tree going to be there now. So that's kind of where it wound up. It might not be its final resting place. We also have Lionel control tower. And I experimented with putting a little stream in here that runs between the tracks. I wasn't sure if that would look good or not. I added some scenery items to it to give me a better idea, and I think it looks alright. The stream leads up to a Colbert metal bridge with a light on top, and the tracks go into the tunnel. And let's back up here. We have the Lionel coal ramp, and that was kind of a challenge to fit it on there. It's big, but I really want to use it. The original railing on it got broken. It was old and brittle, but I have a replacement kit for the railing that I have to put on. And we're also featuring the venerable Lionel crossing guard, Lionel cattle pen, Lionel floodlight tower. Behind that is the Lionel freight station, and another view of the town. Let me just back up and get my tape measure so I could use it as a pointer. Obviously you can see in the picture there's a street going to run down here, and then the street will cross over the tracks and skim by the station, go out by the oil derrick. The street will also run back this way and cross over the tracks in front of the tunnels, and there'll be an intersection. The street will again cross the tracks and go out this way, and I've kind of come up with this interesting little arrangement for the buildings here, and I'm thinking a little bit of a narrower pavement going through here and coming in front of these buildings with some grass in there. And because it's been tradition in our family to always feature a nativity set under the tree, we do have a very small nativity set that's probably going to go right in the grass here. Also, Lionel milk platform, and over here is the modern version of the Lionel ice house. A Mark's floodlight tower, no doubt, going to go here. And then I made a stream, just painted it with turquoise ceramic paint and covered it with several coats of high gloss and rubbed it out so it has a nice glossy finish to it, and that's really cool looking. Over here, Lionel switch tower, Mark's metal bridge. We have Santa's workshop from the Santa's Workbench collection, Department 56 Beekman House, the Globe Publishing Company, Post Office, Jenny's Corner Bookstore down in here, and that's kind of cool because it's named after my older daughter. And there's a bakery and another Beekman house tucked in there, and I think this is Ivy Terrace Apartments. Really nice looking building. This building here I think is from Santa's Workbench collection, and that is destined to be replaced by Department 56's Captain Kenzie's house, which is a really cool looking building. And I guess pretty much there we have it. And after this video I'm going to disassemble the platform, and on weekends I can get the platforms painted. It's really tempting to use ground foam on it, but I want it to look like your 1950s era dealer display layout. And in keeping with that, I've gotten some sawdust from a local crafter, and I have dyed it with paint, and here you can see it's drying in this big tub, and I'm sure there's a lot more of it than I'm going to use, but I can bag the rest of it and save it. And that takes quite a while to dry. Last time I was actually baking it in my oven, which is a bit over the top. But there you have the layout. The grassy areas will get painted green and the sawdust sprinkled over it while the paint is wet. The roadbed for the track and the streets will be done in kind of a pinkish tan color, keeping with the theme of a 1950s dealer display layout. And of course, tucked in the corner in the back is the Lionel water tower. There are more ideas that I could have gone with this platform, but I'm really happy with what I've come up with. And again, there's been a tremendous amount of thought, moving buildings around, sitting for a day or two looking at them, thinking they look good as they are or not so good, and moving them around till I got the right balance for everything. Hopefully it's the right balance. So I guess this is kind of my dream Christmas layout. And here's a view. Let me back up here. This is looking from the left side of the layout down its length. I should point out the Lionel control tower. I picked up on eBay. It's a modern version of it, which someone had custom painted to look like the post-war version. But considering what the post-war versions were selling for, it was not too bad of a deal, and I can live with that. Oh, and we got to point out Ralphie's house from the Christmas Story. We also managed to sneak that in there. So it's a pretty good layout, designed to display Lionel accessories and just to run some trains around and have some fun with that. So I hope everybody enjoys the video, and perhaps it will inspire someone to do something similar for themselves. Once the platforms have been painted up, they'll be stored away until I'm ready to start putting this thing up for Christmas. When it's all up in its finished form, I'll shoot another video and share with the YouTube world what the completed thing looks like. So until then, everyone take care, have a good summer, and I'll be around. Bye-bye.